Hello everybody, LS Motion here, and welcome back to another LEGO Minecraft mini MOC video. This is definitely an interesting mini MOC. This is in Tower MOC. We have 4 different levels with 4 different scenes and areas and different things to look at. And I am very excited to get into the video. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. This MOC is inspired by the micro scale sets from way back before the minifigure scale builds were a thing. Now, they were much shorter than this. They had much less on them than this, but this is just inspired by what they had back before the minifigure scale sets were out. I thought they looked pretty cool, pretty clever, and nicely detailed, and there's lots of different things you can do with that kind of style of build. So this build has 4 different sections that we can actually pull apart and take a better look at, but here it is with all of them stacked up into the kind of Minecraft chunk size. It is 18 studs wide on both sides, so it's a nice square shape, and it works well with the size and the amount of bricks to make up the build. So here is the tower build. Now, we're going to take 4 different sections apart just to take a better look at each individual structure, and I'll kind of show you how it looks with all of the builds together. And now to take these apart, it is very simple, held on by just 4 jumper plates and a bunch of tiles. We've got our first section. Okay, so the first section we're taking a look at here is the top section, the plain/desert area. And I try to detail it as much as I can in the small space we've got here. We have a bit of a desert going on one side with a couple cacti, a little chicken sitting there. We have some more stuff going on over here. We have Alex and Steve kind of starting up their world. We've got a little crafting station over there, an oak tree. I think I was able to detail the build very, very nicely. As you can see here, you also have a hinge. You can actually open up the build. There's not much to look at in here. This will have a purpose when we stack all of these builds together. But that is kind of the top build, very basic. The simplest out of the few, but definitely one of the nicer looking ones. Now we're gonna move on to the second section. All right, now this is where the sections get a little bit more interesting. Here is the cave area. You can actually open up this build just like the plains biome one. You can actually take a better look at the cave scene inside. So as you can see here inside of the build, we actually have a nice little lava pool in the back. We have some coal on the wall there, a creeper wandering around in the cave. Trying to make it as detailed as possible, adding different curves and heights in the cave. You can actually turn it around to the back. You can kind of see the back of that cave section where it just starts going down a little bit, maybe down to the diamond level of the cave. The second flap here is kind of like this little other cave area. Will connect to the other one when you close the build up. We just have a witch sitting in there, another cave entrance. We have some iron ore sitting back there, and also a ladder at the edge of the map, which will actually connect to the build below this one. Now we can close up the build and kind of take a look at it in its little square form. Still looks nice on the outside. We have some coal, add some detail on there. We have the little cave area where the creeper is. I think this looks really nice, and I think it gives it a nice touch when you look at it when it's all stacked up. And here's the area with the witch, and also we have the area with the ladder. You can kind of see how I put it all together on the top. You have a couple jumper plates and then the tiles coming around. Just make sure it doesn't stick to the grass one too much where it comes to a point where you cannot pull it apart. Here's one of my favorite sections of the build. Very interesting area here, and we're gonna take a look at that one. All right, next build here is definitely one of my favorite ones out of the 4, and this one is the Mineshaft scene. As you can see here, we have the different little pillars going around here. We have the ladder continuing down, the slime at the bottom. We also have some bedrock around the edge just to show that it is at the bottom of the overworld. We also have a couple rails in there in different areas where you can look in, some ores. But we could take a bit of a better look by simply using the hinges and opening the build up. When you open up, oh, hi Stripes. When you open up the build, as you can see here, we kind of split it into 2 different little sections here. kind of makes it look like there's a lot more going on here. Not the easiest build to get your hands in, but definitely one of the builds that looks the nicest. Now, if you're having a hard time getting your hands in here, you can easily just pull out this little section there and kind of get your hands in there and kind of move minifigures around. But this is kind of what it looks like without that on there. We have our flap here, and when we pop that back on, still have a nice looking scene in there. And this is a very nice build, and definitely one of my favorites, maybe even my favorite out of the 4. And finally, we have the Nether build. Great, now we're at the final build of the 4. Now this one is the Nether scene. Worked very hard on trying to get a nice Nether cave look going on here. We have the bedrock continuing on the top, which is just represented with black bricks and black tiles. Once again, like all of the other builds, simply open it up. We have our cornerless Nether portal. I'll have to be making a video on that. I know Madcrafter really wants to see a tutorial on this, which I will do hopefully in the future. Next to the Nether portal, we actually have some Nether gold sneaking back there. We have some zombie pigmen surrounding the area. We have this lava fall kind of going down here. We have a nice detailed area where it kind of just goes off and stops. We have some glowstone hanging up on the ceiling there. Some Nether quartz, and as you can see on the back, when we close this up, you can kind of see the entrance or exit of the cave. We have the Nether quartz at the back. We have the zombie pigman and another little entrance there. Other than that, pretty simple, but definitely captures that nice Nether cave look. All right, now that we've taken a look at all of the different sections, it is time to stack them all up. Stick one area down first, and then the second area, push very lightly, like so. Push that ladder down so it connects to the rest. And then finally, we've got our little overworld scene here. You can stick that right onto build. Here is all of the builds stuck together while it is open. Works really, really well. Really reminds me of the Bedrock Adventure set from 2018. Here are two of the builds next to each other. The MOC is definitely bigger than the set, but it kind of looks similar. We have the Mineshaft, we have the ladders, we have kind of the lava fall like in the Nether, and a lot of similarities, but definitely two different things. But that is it for the mini MOC video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you want to see in the next mini MOC video. And that's it for now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below, and I'll see you guys in another LEGO video. Have a great day.